All right. Episode 21. Say it.
Okay, we can drink.
We can drink. We have Andrew Michaan here.
Hi, how are you? I'm 20 though, so I can't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can quite.
If you guys don't know who Andrew is, he's a comedian, hence his joke just now.
I'm a comedian who's really old, so the joke is funny because I'm extremely elderly.
You're not elderly.
No, I'm kidding.
That's what Sarah says.
Oh, really? You use that word?
Oh, yeah.
Or you say that about me?
I describe myself as elderly.
And we're the same age, so
Yeah, I
I'm
think we're
like,
probably all the same age. Yeah.
don't say that.
Yeah.
I just mean elderly at heart, but young in the face.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're all young in the face.
Young in the face.
We're face young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Body old.
Yeah. Body is old as heck.
Yes.
Face young as a baby. That's good.
Andrew is the co-host of Pod But Outside.
Yeah, we do a show called Podcast But Outside where we interview strangers on the street. And now I'm inside your guys' zone, and it's very nice and lovely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for
And then
being
We're
here.
strangers.
I know, we've never met.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out about everything you regret.
Which is almost everything.
Oh yeah, you've done a lot. Yeah, so we can just go from zero to elderly and find out all the
I have to say,
mistakes.
Sarah was like so excited to have you on.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't even realize that you existed. No, I'm kidding. No, I listened to the show. I'm kidding. No,
He's a comedian, you guys.
That's nice. I'm flattered.
So obviously, there's so many podcasts that exist, but I'm so deeply obsessed with your concept.
Oh, thanks. Not the show, just the concept.
Just the concept. Like, listen to it. It's like okay.
Yeah. But the idea is quite good.
It's such a good idea.
Execution awful.
I hate actually listening to it, but I
me
like
too.
to see where you guys go.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It's good to see. Yeah.
I have like a list of questions.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I'm flattered. And thanks. Yeah. Your guys' show is great too. Listen to. I've had lots of friends who've been on it. And I've listened, and it's been great. Yeah. Congrats on doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, in 21, huh?
Yeah,
kind of.
Cheers
Cheers
guys.
to that. Yeah.
Drinking piss.
Yeah. It is piss. But the person who pissed was really drunk, so there is alcohol in here.
All right, do you want to ask him your question?
Oh my God, we're starting with me.
Whoa, this is so
let me
cool.
open my notebook.
Well, she's just been saying that she has all these questions.
I like your
and
Harry
she
Potter
just-
shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I just got it as a gift. I got it yesterday, and I was so excited. I wore it all day yesterday and today.
Oh, okay. TMI a little bit, but I just said I liked it.
You were excited to wear it?
I was so excited to. I don't want to take it off. To be
Right.
honest,
You wore it yesterday.
Yeah. I wore it yesterday. I received it as the gift yesterday. I wore it yesterday.
What is that? It is like almost the style. How would you describe that style? It's like a parody of something, no?
I'm sure.
It's something. It almost looks like a movie poster, but not for
Yeah.
Harry Potter. It's hard to describe.
Do you remember those?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Do you remember we were all of the same generation as elderly?
Yeah.
I feel like there was these pictures that people took when we were kids of almost very similar to this, where it's your head is closer to the camera and then there's one behind. You know what I'm talking about? Like maybe those mall pictures.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It definitely is referential of something.
Do you know the mall pictures I'm
I
talking
took
about?
the mall pictures.
Oh, you did?
With the clouds in the back?
Sure, yeah.
You didn't go to the mall?
I
and take
went
the
to the
pictures?
mall. I just didn't take those photos.
Yeah, she was too busy kissing. She was having a real fun time at the mall.
I'll have to pull out my photos. I wore I have like one, like the jeans were like very whisker jeans.
Wait,
like,
what's a whisker jean?
you guys know what whisker
They like
jeans are.
flare out at the bottom.
No, it's got like the really etched like whiskers on the like crotch area. Like
Oh, the bright
whiskers, the white lines to show like it's distressed.
Did you make that up?
Oh, yeah. I know.
No, they're called whiskers. And so I wore that, and then I wore like a white shirt, and like I don't know why. I think I wanted everyone to know I was from England, so it had like British flags on the top. And I was just standing there, and the blue clouds were in the background, and there was just like
Were you
8
taking
different-
solo shots?
Yeah, I didn't have any friends. Everyone went with friends. Do you remember this?
Alex, it's before Alex's
No,
time.
I didn't like go to the mall like as a kid like that. I'd go shopping. We never like went to hang out at the mall like
The
that.
mall was a hangout spot when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not really for us that
The
much.
Love Sack store, anyone else? Oh my God.
No.
No.
That was where everyone met. Like, grab a Love Sack and just sit there for hours.
I remember Brooklyn and
That's new.
no Brookstone.
Brookstone.
Oh.
Yeah. You think Brooklyn is like, yeah, that's definitely like not a mall.
I was like,
thing.
you went to a bedding store with your friends?
No, they had all these cool
Yeah,
gadgets.
massage
No,
chair.
yeah. It was like a Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do those still exist?
No.
Oh.
Didn't they go out of business?
Yeah, but their Twitter is like crazy now.
Oh.
There's a Radio Shack in my hometown still.
No, they're still around, and their Twitter recently is like, it's truly, it's like, yo, y'all ever get with the craziest pussy? Like, it's that. I'm not kidding. It's
Who's in control of their account?
They gave it to some kid, and he's like being like really crazy horny on there, and it's very weird.
It's
like a thing. You've seen it, right? Yeah, like in the past month. It's like a big. It's a big thing. I mean, it's like so clearly a marketing campaign, but it is kind of funny because it's like there are people who are responding to it who are like, I used to shop at Radio Shack every day, and this is terribly offensive. It's like really gross stuff on there. It's very funny.
Gotta go follow this.
You gotta folw it. Yeah.
What are your questions?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm coming back.
Okay, also just to give you some backstory, Sarah, her notebook is like what she always has. Okay. Yeah.
That's not true. I don't always have my notebook.
She will take quotes and stuff from like online and write them on her notebook instead of just using like screenshots and stuff on her phone. Like
this is like her Twitter is her notebook.
Yes,
basically. She's out there doing Radio Shack style.
It sounds like I'm just like copying stuff down into my notebook, but I don't like to have my phone around.
Exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
I'm writing notes.
Oh, you leave your house without your phone?
I would love to, honestly.
That's my new goal, by the way, is to start doing that.
Yeah,
I did it once, and it was awesome. And I think I'm going to try and start doing that more often.
It's so nice.
What would happen if you got lost?
I don't really get lost. Sorry, but
you know, yes. Okay, so like
I just don't get lost.
3 weeks ago, my phone battery was dying like crazy, and I had it plugged into CarPlay, which drains your battery.
Really? It doesn't charge it?
No. It drains it.
That's a surprise.
Especially if you have a phone that sucks, that's draining so fast.
No.
So I'm driving. I'm mapping myself somewhere. I'm also listening to music because I have to, but that's draining my battery along with the maps.
But doesn't it charge it when it's plugged in?
It is. It's charging it, but it's going negative.
It's going down slower than it is.
It's using so much juice.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So it died while I was driving.
In LA.
In LA.
The city you've lived in for a very long time.
Her entire life.
All 100
And I was
years.
going to a Target that I didn't know where it was. Like, there's Targets everywhere. How do I know? I was going to a specific one. So anyway, I had to drive with the radio, which I was like, crazy.
You know I'm always listening to the radio, too.
And you were like, where's the station that gives me directions to Target? Is that 98.6?
And then I was like, this is like an actual problem. Like, if I don't have my phone... I know. I told Noel.
So
what'd
you
like,
do?
Alena, this is not a real problem.
Not a problem.
I've never seen this actually happen to anyone.
But I went home.
And then
I went home.
You made it home, though.
I went home.
Oh, you like abandoned the trip.
Yep. I said, there's no way that I can make it there. This is unsafe for me.
I know.
So I should just abort and go home until my phone is charged up and I can
How far away was
enter the
Target,
world
though?
again.
Like you couldn't even get to the Target.
I didn't even know the cross streets.
It's so sad because the best place to get like a portable phone charger is Target. It's such a sad story.
You were so close to getting charged.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm wondering, like, you wouldn't get lost?
Well, yeah, I don't think I would. I feel pretty good about how to get around town. My car, I mean, more importantly, does have a map thing. So it will tell me where I need to go. But I just think I left my house without my phone on purpose. And I was like, this is really nice. And I want to just start doing that. But it's hard. We're so obviously addicted and attached. But I think it would be nice to just, get home and you have messages and you respond to them later. I don't know. It would be cool.
I love
You should do that. We should go.
Yeah.
You do that a lot or you?
I'll do it like on vacation, but if I'm on a job, like if I'm producing something, it's so much harder because I'm just looking at emails. Yeah. But I don't like to have my phone here. I feel like it's distracting. Yeah. And Alena will reference articles on her phone. By articles, we mean
And
TikTok.
you got articles in there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I copy the entire article.
Every article, not just the headline.
So I make sure I know the entire thing.
I have to say, my mom texted me and was like, my one critique for you is like, the phone is very distracting. You should put the phone away. I don't like seeing it around or when you're holding it. And I'm like, damn it.
I agree because you're looking down at and you're trying to find things and I'm like, pay attention to me.
Do you find that, or have you gone outside without your phone before, or do you just want to do it?
I have done it a few times, but I want to do it more often. Like I want to go to a party and not have my phone. You know what I mean?
So
or go to dinner at a restaurant or a friend's house and just not have my phone.
Yeah.
I just think it would be better. Everyone's so
You think you'll
obviously
talk to people more?
Yeah, or just I mean, we're so addicted to them biologically that it's like, even if I'm not trying to be a jerk, it's just like you have this impulse of just like looking and seeing what's happening in this world. And it's just, I mean, one of my closest friends has never owned a cell phone. And it's interesting because when he first had that opinion, you know, when I first became friends with him like 10 or 12 years ago, I was like, this is stupid. And like, you're just being, you know, I guess like stubborn about this and you're just trying to cling on to the past or whatever. Like it's so much more convenient. And now that it's been a lot longer, like I now see the negative effects of phones more than the positive. And now I'm like, dude, you're totally in the right. Like you were a trendsetter and like you saw this pattern coming of people being really heavily addicted in a way that I think is just bad for socialization. It's bad for your brain. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like inspired by that a little bit to be like, I just need to do less of it. Yeah.
I also think like if I'm at dinner or if I'm at a party, like it's my main goal to not set my phone on a table. Yeah. Because I find that super distracting if you're at dinner and like you have everyone just puts their phone next to them and then it lights up. Yeah. And I think that's annoying.
Have you heard of that game, the like phone game for dinner?
No.
It's kind of fun. Like everyone puts their phone in the middle of the table on like a pile and like you leave your notifications on and stuff. And if anyone looks at their phone, they have to pay for everyone's dinner. That's a good way to do it.
I like that.
Yeah. That'd be so easy for me. I'd get so much free dinner.
How do you guys feel about when people put their phone down face down?
You think it's sketchy?
You think it's being shady? Yeah.
You do.
Well, like in what context? Like if me and you were
it's their third phone. The other two are in their pocket. Keep in mind it's their third phone.
If I was sitting like on a date,
I think
it's shady as shit.
Shady,
okay, what about a good friend?
No, I don't care. What's my friend hiding from me?
Exactly, it's shady.
No, I think it's good because I think for me, what it represents, I mean, the dating thing is different, but I think it represents like, I'm not going to look at this. I'm going to pay attention to this. Yeah. Because even if it beeps, like, you're not going to look at it. You're just going to leave it face down.
When it does light up, it is very distracting.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you're going to put it face down, I think that looks shady. Just don't take it out.
Right. Don't ever look at it.
Yeah. But we don't have anywhere to put our phones.
You have a purse.
Yeah.
Keep it in your purse.
Okay.
I don't have a purse.
Oh,
I keep it in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
I have a.
We don't have pockets that allow for phones.
I have a mini. It really has helped me and changed my life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Get on board.
All right, let's get to these questions.
Sorry. Okay. So my first question was, how was this concept born? Like, how did you guys? I want to know.
Are any of these like ones you want to ask offline?
No, all that I need to know right now. Like, how did this start? Like, why did you guys decide this for your podcast?
Okay, well, just in case people aren't familiar, like I said, the show's called Podcast But Outside. We basically set up a small little folding table on the sidewalk. We have a sign that says like, hi, be a guest on our podcast, we'll pay you $1. So anyone can walk by and sit down. The whole point of the show is to talk to folks whose stories are not represented in podcasts, someone who would never plan to be on a podcast. We don't want to talk to a 25-year-old white comedian. We want to talk to like a 70-year-old divorced, Filipino woman who's like talking about her job as a hairstylist, whatever. Like we want to talk to people who are just have very different lives and whose stories are not represented in media at all and who are funny and interesting and whatever. And sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's, a mix of the two. The idea was born in 1904. Wow. No, my podcast co-host Cole Hirsch, funny comedian, internet guy, he just had this idea and he was working at like Smosh and Funny or Die and he pitched it to them and they were like, no. And I don't know, they just didn't. And we had been trying to work on stuff together for a long time. We just like met through friends. And then he told me the idea and I was like, well, let's just try to do it, So we just like set up a table, wrote a little paper sign. And we didn't film video. This was like, 3.5 years ago. And he was like, I think video podcasts are popular now on YouTube. But I was like, I didn't have a sense of that. I didn't really know. And I was like, well, let's just record audio and see what happens. And then immediately a lot of interesting visual stuff happened. And there was like just weird situations and there's things happening in the background. And we're like, oh, we clearly need to film this. So then we never released that. That was just like the first episode that was like a test. And then eventually when we started releasing them, it was like on YouTube and on podcast apps because there was visual stuff happening.
Yeah, I agree. I love the visual.
Yeah, we'll like zoom in.
It's one of the only podcasts that I love watching.
Oh, thanks. I'm so flattered.
I'm a listener, but it's a good one.
Yeah, I don't watch like a lot of YouTube's like long videos. So I hear you. Because we're all old.
What was the first YouTube what was the first videos that you guys remember watching on YouTube?
I still haven't watched like
anything.
Really anything.
Because I got asked this over the weekend and I was like, I don't really even remember. Like, I think I only used it when it was like on Apple TV.
I think for me, it was like prank videos
like
and like cat videos, like 2005, 2006, like when YouTube first started. I think that's what it was for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just remember that guy that was like crying over Britney Spears. That's like my only like visceral memory of like YouTube. Like when he was like, leave Britney alone. Like that's all I have. That's all that came to my mind.
Yeah. But would you go on there to watch him actively?
No, I just remember someone saying like, go to YouTube to watch this guy. And I was like, YouTube? How do I go there?
Yeah, I've never like subscribed to anyone. I don't have my own personal YouTube. Like I don't look at it for content, but I think it's just because we're so old.
Yeah. The only other thing I used YouTube for was I'm also deeply obsessed with movie trailers, and I'll go down like hours and hours of rabbit holes of like movies.
Like movies you've seen and you want to see how they represented it in trailers and stuff?
No.
Oh, just any trailer.
New movies coming
new
out.
movies coming out.
Okay.
I hate movie trailers.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I like them, but I actively avoid them.
Do you feel like they give it away?
Yeah, I just want to watch the movie.
I'm talking about like old.
No, that sounds cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I love seeing
Old
the
movie
tracks.
trailers are just clips from the movies. They're
No.
not trailers.
No.
Yes, they are. They're just a scene from the movie.
How old are you
Really? Like
talking?
one scene?
Yeah, like Mrs. Doubtfire is just like a scene from the movie.
I'll have to go back and check out Miss Doubtfire because I don't remember that.
They're all like
Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay. Jesus.
I can't watch any Robin Williams movies.
too sad.
Too sad. Can't watch.
I remember Bicentennial Man's fine though because he's like a robot.
Yeah, but that's like the saddest one. He's
Still
like
can't do
alone
it.
for all of eternity.
Yeah.
Is it sad?
That's the saddest
Yeah.
one.
I thought it was great.
No, I think it ends with him being like, the world ends. I mean, this is maybe a spoiler, but it doesn't matter. But I think the movie ends with like the world ends and he's just alone and there's no other people around. Yeah, it's very sad.
Aleena.
I thought that was like cool.
No, he's like walking around the trash heap of existence looking for a friend.
But he's a robot, so I guess I didn't care.
But he has emotions. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but
Did you
do
even
robots
absorb
really-
Bicentennial Man?
Do robots really have emotions?
That's what
We'll
we're
never
trying to
know.
figure out.
I don't
know.
think so.
I think they might.
I don't think so.
Okay, next question. Oh, I was curious about this. Have you guys ever been kicked out of a certain spot?
Yeah, once.
Oh.
Dodger Stadium.
Oh.
Real mean.
So were you?
We were
just
not even
out-
on the stadium. We were like across the street with the sign of the stadium behind us, and like the most aggressive cop ever. Like he had military gear on. He had like a
Jesus.
face mask, not like a COVID mask, but he was wearing like a helmet, like a battle helmet. And he just was standing there, and then he was really mean, and then this other guy was really mean. And there was it was like three people came up and they were really mean, and we're like, can we just sit here? Like, we're not bothering anyone. He's like, no. And then like, as I was like, okay, can we just like sign off so we can like move to a new location? He's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so thank you guys for watching, and we are getting kicked out. And just if you ever thought about supporting the Dodgers in the future, definitely don't, because they actually suck a lot and they're the worst. And they all like watched me do that, and it was so weird. And then we just moved down the street, and the rest of the episode became very anti-Dodgers.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have an opinion, but we had to be strong.
I have this like huge fear of getting into trouble.
Yeah,
So, like,
it's
that
so
would
funny.
be-
As in, like, I had that conversation recently about like, as an adult, like as a teenager, there's so many situations where you have that feeling of like almost getting in trouble or like you're doing the wrong thing. And as elderly people, we don't have as many situations where you're like about to get in trouble. But sometimes every once in a while you'll be in a thing and you're like, oh, I remember this feeling of like, it's like in pure anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, if you hop a fence or what, I don't know, whatever silly thing you do. And it's and doing the podcast, I do experience that for sure. And I'm like, oh, I remember this. And it's very annoying. I don't
Have you
like
ever
it.
run from the cops?
As a youth, yeah, I think so.
Have you?
No, I've never even like.
I have run from the cops.
I don't know about run, but no, I definitely like at a party. Like a party gets
yeah.
broken up and you run out for sure a few times.
You did?
Yeah.
I ran away from cops, jumped a fence, but I did come back.
Really? Did you
To get arrested?
get arrested?
This is I guess we could pause for the story. Long story short, we were in this park under the lights and people were doing bad things, but I wasn't, because I was an athlete. So, had to be good. And the cops came because it was like 10. So you can't like be in a park. And everyone was like, run, because if I get caught, then I have to like rat out the people that were there.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, okay, I guess I'll sprint. So all these cops are chasing us. We sprint over the fence. We hide in this elementary school for hours. Like they're searching for us, and we're like hiding behind bushes and like behind portables. And then bad thing that happened was a lot of us accidentally left our phones. So this was back in the day when we had like tiny little flip phones, like
At
razors.
the party or at the
park?
Oh.
And so somehow the cops took our phones and called our parents.
Oh no.
Because you didn't have locks on your phones then. So they could just mom. So I got a call from my mom. Get the shit back to the park. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, So obviously I'm the only one that goes back to the park. And the cop, it was a lady, so I'm more scared of lady cops. She comes up to me and she's like, pats me down, and she's like, "Are you high?" And I was like, no, I'm not high. And she's like, "You smoked all your drugs, didn't you?" And I was like, I didn't smoke any drugs. And she's like, and mind you, there's like 10 parents around now, and it's just me and the cops. And so I'm taking it for all the kids. And the cop's like, "You are being so disrespectful to your parents." And I'm like, I came back. Like, I'm the only one here. I'm trying to be an adult. But
everyone else fled?
Yeah, everyone else fled.
It sounded wrong.
I don't even know why you're getting in trouble just for being in the park. It's like, give me a break.
I know.
You have curfew?
I guess, like, I don't know. You can't be in a park when it's dark.
Huh.
Right.
Again, I don't like getting in trouble, so it was terrifying.
Have you ran from the cops?
Of course, it's Alex.
Yeah, a couple times.
You guys. That's what I call white privilege. Look at you guys running from the cops.
I think most people run from the cops if they're...
Yeah, this is also when cops were, I don't know, it was less, the whole cop thing was less political.
I've never even been in front of a cop to run.
I have been pulled over. It was terrifying.
Did you run?
No, I cried. But I still got the ticket. I was in a Christmas onesie, though. I thought that would have helped the situation. Okay, my next question. Oh, what has been your...
Has this been answered like in a Q&A on YouTube?
No,
like, should you just go watch
I'm down. I mean, hey, I mean, you know, it's all good.
I'll cut my list in half, you guys.
No, it's all good. I'm flattered that you were thinking of things.
Okay, what has been your favorite location that to be outside? Like, what has like yielded the best, funniest results?
Yielded the best and
or like
funniest
most
result.
interesting?
Yeah, I think in front of the White House, maybe.
Whoa.
I think DC is an interesting place in general, and I think it brings really interesting people. And there were folks from all around the world, and there was like this guy who was like anti-Trump who had like gone to the White House every day with like a sign that was like really aggressively anti-Trump for like years. And he was like in his 70s or 80s, and he was like talking to us about sex in very weird ways. That guy was insane. But anyway, yeah, I think just like a city like DC, I think is really cool because it, like, you know, we talked to like a guy from Chile and like a woman from France. Like, just I like talking to people from around the world, and like I think it's a very multicultural city. So like any tourist place is often interesting because it's for people from all over, you know. So
I've always wanted to see the White House.
Yeah,
I've never been to DC.
It's cool. DC is fun, actually. It's nice.
I feel like that's smaller than I imagine.
The White House?
Yeah.
No, it's pretty big.
Is
Well,
it?
you have to be pretty far away from it. You're like, you know, across the lawn or whatever. But you're just in the street, and there's like millions of secret security. It's interesting energy. Yeah.
Do you feel like there's like a lot of secret rooms in there? Like, should I?
Snipers on the roof?
Oh, big time. They were like.
You can see the snipers?
We zoomed in on the snipers the whole episode because they're just like guns pointed at our table.
If I had to be in the army, I'd be a sniper.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like
you're removed
cool
from it.
Yeah, I get to sit here and watch everyone.
But you have to kill somebody.
You got to kill him though.
Yeah. I was talking about this the other day. I feel like I would do well in the military because I love rules. I'm really big on following rules, but I hate killing.
Right.
So
it's tough because often the rules in the military are rule number one: you got to kill.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know if I would end up.
I would
doing
just shoot
well.
people's feet or something.
No,
You can't.
No, you can't. And
Oh,
you're
I
That's a
missed.
horrible sniper. Then you would not be a good sniper.
Yeah.
A sniper kills
Well,
people.
I'll judge their character and see if they need to die or not.
Here's a dark question: would you rather be a sniper? And keep in mind, in both these situations, you are killing people.
Yeah.
A sniper or a drone operator, like back home in America?
Oh, sniper.
Okay.
Because drones, I feel like kill more people, right?
I don't know. I listened to the daily episode about like drone operators, PTSD stuff. It sounds very dark because they're like in this situation where they're like basically playing a video game, and they're like trained to be like, this isn't, don't worry about what this is. But then they're, you know, obviously they know that it is. And I think it's very...
And mentally they're still like...
Yeah, and they're removed. Yeah, and so I think they feel like a lot of like guilt about like, I'm not even putting myself in danger, and yet I'm... And like the stuff that they made them... And there was like dark stuff of like, you know, they were like on their drones, and there's like two guys with like clearly fishing poles, and their supervisor is like, those people have guns, shoot them, and they had to like say no, you know, but like just like dark stuff like that, you know, and it's just fucked up.
I said this about war a couple episodes ago. I believe war should still be fought one bullet at a time. So I think revolutionary
I didn't
style.
really understand what that meant.
Don't you know old school guns? Like you have to load one bullet.
Like, is it like a Western? Like a
No, it's not a Western.
standoff?
You like push it down.
You push it down. You load one bullet.
Shotgun?
It's kind of like it would be a what you would think. It's like a musket. Yeah.
Here's an idea actually for war. This is interesting. I just thought of this, and it's on the lines of what you're saying. So let's say two people are going to have a war, right?
Two people are going to war.
Countries,
that sounds like an argument.
Let's say two countries are having a war, right? And there's like an international tribunal of war, right?
Okay.
So two countries are going to have a war, and that tribunal says, okay, you each get 1,000 bullets. Have fun.
Whoever wins after
1,000? And that's it. So it's not about money. It's just whoever makes the most out of a limited amount of resources. That's what art is, right? Limitations.
What could you like sell the bullets and then you?
Wait,
No. You can't.
I mean,
no,
1,000 bullets.
You just get 1,000 each, and you just go to war, and
You said
sell
do
the
whatever
bullets
you
for
want with
bombs?
it.
No, not do whatever you want within reason.
Okay.
You could like open them up and use the gunpowder to make a bomb or something. Sure, but I think it's just 1,000 bullets each per side.
Huh.
It could be a different number.
Weapons?
It could be automatic, whatever you want. Hey, if you want to waste that many bullets, sure, go ahead.
Ah, shit.
Look, this is a new idea. I'm not saying I know enough about war, and overall I would say I'm against war. But if we want to make it a little more interesting.
Big war guy. Yeah.
I don't like war. I actually fucking hate war.
Sarah loves war.
One random thing about
love
me, I
old
hate
school
war.
I love war back in the day.
Yeah, the single bullet thing.
A
Yeah.
single bullet.
Yeah. Although I think it was really brutal back then, though.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like
They didn't have anywhere to like medics to like help with the bullets either.
What? The medics help with the bullets?
Yeah, back then they didn't even know how to take a bullet out.
Yeah, the medics were.
I'm not saying we have old school medicine. I'm just saying if we're going to war, that has to be like, that's how bad it has to be.
Okay.
Or like sword fighting.
Okay.
Because like make people battle for it. Like don't make people sit in like a booth and kill people.
I know.
Like that doesn't seem fair. Okay. War style, that doesn't seem fair.
It's not.
Yeah.
And too many people die.
Yeah.
Like you have your side, I have my side, 25 versus 25.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to battle.
I like. See, these limitations.
Yeah.
I like it. It's almost like, or just an arm wrestling match between the two leaders.
That's a great
peaceful as
idea.
hell.
That's good. Yeah.
And I think the leader should also be a part of the 25. Like
Oh,
if you're
of course.
the leader and you
Of
say you got to
course.
go to war, you better one bullet at a time
Or
too.
throw them in the next influencer boxing round.
Okay, that should be the new war.
Terrifying.
Influencers
Terrifying.
boxing. Do you know anyone who went to those?
No.
So bizarre. So bizarre.
Okay, I'm gonna pare it down, you guys.
No, it's okay. I'm done.
Oh, I'm so curious about this. Has anyone come up to your table, or has there been any experience that you felt like afraid, or like someone was scary?
Like serial killer vibe.
There's definitely been some scary moments. I'm trying to think specifically. Yeah. We were in Louisville, Kentucky, like a month or two ago, and there was like this guy who like sat down and he was like demanding that we try to sell him cocaine, or he was trying to find cocaine. He was just like very out of it. And then this like kind of like other guy came who was like really cool, and he was talking about like how he's like an ex-felon, and he was talking about like growing up in the hood and stuff. And then the guy who wanted drugs just like was just getting all in this guy's face about gun control. And he was like, you think we should get rid of guns, don't you? You think we should get rid of guns? And the felon guy's like, no, I'm into guns. I just think there should be less guns. And he's like, and the other guy's like, so do you have guns? And he's like, no, I don't have guns. He goes, I can't have guns. I'm a felon. But like winking at him. And they were basically like going to kill each other.
Yeah.
And it was really intense. And the guy who wanted drugs was just like going so hard about gun control. And we're just like, look, we're not a political podcast. We're not trying to talk about that stuff. Like we have our opinions, but we just want to talk to people about because our whole thing with our show is like, we don't want to be like, the world is so divided, and we obviously have opinions about stuff, but like we just want to talk to people as people and like not really get into that because it's just beside the point. Anyway, and they were like really get at each other's throats, and he was like, and the guy was like eventually like, yeah, I do have guns, but fuck you. Like it was crazy. And like, and it was like 1 a.m. in front of a bar. And it was just like a really, anytime we do a bar episode, they do the best. Like people like watching them, but I hate doing them. I hate drunk people.
Yeah.
And it just, the vibe is always like, they're just like crowding around the table and like grabbing stuff. And it just feels like we're in like a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
I don't like drunk people. Except for us, right?
you-
Except for the podcast to 21.
Have you ever met someone and you're like convinced that they're a serial killer?
Just in life in general?
You.
Yeah, actually I had an Uber driver that was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had.
Was it in
was
LA?
in an Uber, yeah, in LA. I was going from Burbank Airport to my house, which the address is just put on the screen, just so they know like how far the distance was.
Yeah.
And then I was with my girlfriend at the time who, oh my God, I miss her. And I'm kidding. I was with my girlfriend at the time. This was like 4 years ago. And she's happy she got a kid now. But I wish her well. So we were. It is also my kid, by the way. But to me, it's more hers because I don't really care about him. Okay, a lot of jokes. Now I will tell the real story. And I don't have a kid. So we landed at the airport, and immediately, like, the guy called me, and you know how there's like a spot where you're supposed to wait at the airport? Like all the airports are very much like, this is the Uber zone. Yeah. So we're in the Uber zone, and the guy calls me and he's like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, we're in the Uber zone. Like, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm by the gate or whatever. I'm like, oh, like, okay, like we're over here. Should we come over there? He's like, yeah, just come over here. He's like, I don't know where I am. I'm at the drop off. And I'm like, okay. So we walk back over to where you're not supposed to pick up people in the Uber at all. And we go to the car, and first of all, the license plate didn't match what it said on Uber.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or I said, oh no, I go, like, yeah. And I was like, what's your license plate number? He's like, I don't know. So that was on the phone. He said he didn't know. And then I'm like, this is weird. And then we get to the car, and then I'm like, can you open up the trunk to put our things in? He goes, no, we can't open the trunk. So that's weird too.
Yeah. At the airport.
I know.
Your trunk has to be free.
I know. And then I go like, okay. And then we get in the car, and we like get in the car. We're like, should we not be getting in the car? I don't know. It all just happened so fast. We get in the car. And then I'm like, hey, just so you know, like, you're not supposed to pick up people here. Like, you're supposed to pick them up over there. Like, I don't really care, but they might get mad at you, or they might give you a ticket or something. Just FYI. And he goes, I don't care. I'm never coming back here. In like a really dark, weird way.
Oh, God.
Crazy, right? Then we're leaving the airport, and it clearly says to go left on the GPS, like clearly. And he takes a right, just goes the wrong direction. And then he's just driving down the street. And I go, and we're in the back, and I go, excuse me, sir, I think you missed the turn. I think you're actually supposed to go left back there.
I don't care.
No response.
Oh my God.
Just silence. And then I go, excuse me, sir, I actually, you're going the wrong way. You're supposed to go left over there. Again, no response. And then I'm looking at my girlfriend like, is this guy going to kill us? You know, the energy was so bad. I can't describe how bad the energy was. Then I say it again. And then like through clenched like teeth, he's like, I know, sir. Like he wants to like murder me, right? Then there's cars coming. He turns on his left turn signal to like turn around, right? To do a U-turn. There's cars coming. We think he's going to wait until the cars are past. He waits until they're as close as possible, then does a U-turn like straight up in front of the cars, and the cars slam on their brakes. They almost hit each other. Like it was crazy. And I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. And then my girlfriend had just like she was just like the smartest idea. She just goes, oh, fuck. And I'm like, what? She goes, I left my phone on the plane. And I'm like, oh my God, really? And I know she's lying because I knew that she had her phone. She's like, oh, I left my phone on the plane. And for some reason, it like snaps this guy out of his like manic. I don't know. For some reason, he like became normal. And he's like, oh, really? And we're like I was going to murder you, but if you don't have your phone, that's very important. So we're like, yeah, I left our phone on the plane. And he's like, oh, okay. And we're like, she's like, just let us out right here. He's like, oh, you don't want me to go? We're like, no, you don't want to get in there. Just let us out right here. So we just like got off on the side of the road, like, you know, a 10-minute walk from Burbank Airport. And I'm just like, I was so thankful that she had that idea because it was truly very, very scary. And then like the rest of the night, we then took a taxi home, and it was very expensive, which I guess that's the price you pay. And then I was like, actually, it was such a weird situation that I was actually scared to be home that night because he had our address on like his maps.
Oh yeah.
And I've never met someone that I've had a worse vibe from in my life. Like truly weird from the get-go. Anyway, so that's my murder.
I mean, I think not having your phones would have been even better for his murder.
I know. I don't know, but I think he just is a pragmatist, and he just
super empathetic.
Yeah, he's empathetic towards phones. He just felt bad. It was very, very like it was really, really weird and scary. Like like there's just something about like a vibe that you can catch. Have you caught a vibe before?
Catch a lot of creepy vibes.
No, but there is just something about
I got a vibe last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel like girls are always, that was a cool girlfriend move. Like girls are always prepared, like back pocket. Yeah. Like how can I get out of this situation?
Yes, they're much more savvy because they're often in situations.
Yeah, well, everyone gives vibes back.
Yeah.
Mine was like maybe just a lot less evidence, but I just walked in and it was like an empty restaurant, and the guy was like, oh, can I help you with anything? And I was just like, are you guys taking orders? Because like he had like a computer, and it just seemed like I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah. And then he just took my order. Where were you?
What a creep. What a total creep. How dare you? And you can't take a woman's order if she's alone.
And I was just like, Dude, he's creepy. I don't know. I think he seems like he'd be on Netflix to like murder someone.
Yeah. I mean,
he just had like a really quiet, like reserved vibe, which like I can have as well.
That's like you to a T.
I know. But like it just was so quiet in there. And
was the restaurant open?
It was open. I was just the only one in there. But you know, then he brought me my stuff and I was like, have a really nice day. And he said nothing. And
that is definitely weird.
And then the matcha was really good though.
Oh. Worth it.
Yeah.
So it was a matcha restaurant? You had matcha?
It was a matcha
That was your order? That's great.
Yeah.
What, a matcha pasta?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I think
we're done.
No, it's okay.
One more because I was really loving this episode, but I was wanting so many more characters. The Hollywood high school episode.
Well, thank you. Really watch our show. I'm very flattered.
I'm so interested in what the kids are up to these days.
Yeah,
you know?
me too. Yeah.
And I just wanted so many more kids because Hollywood High sounds like what I would imagine like the coolest high school to be. As a kid, like what are the kids doing there?
Yeah,
but the kids seem to be fighting a lot. I just wanted to know.
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of fights. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of fights in school. But I will say that I think kids are like really mature these days.
Yeah,
like, I just from my talking to them as a weird job that I have to talk to kids pretty damn often. Like I don't know. I feel like they're really like maybe because the internet just provides so much information. They're usually like well spoken. They're usually like respectful. Like we ask a lot of kids about bullying, and they're like, oh, we don't have that.
Oh
like,
wow.
Like it's really interesting. Like I think we've just like grappled with a lot of things as a society in the past few years. And I think that's kind of like trickled down to kids in a weird way, where it's like, we're having important conversations about like, you know, racial justice and equity and bullying and like all these things that whether or not they're like directly involved, I think it filters down into like more thoughtfulness, maybe, or from what I've noticed.
More, they are more in tune with their feelings than we were.
That's probably true as well.
We didn't even know how to communicate those things. Yeah. I have to say, Sarah, so every week she freaks out about topics, right? And we've just spent 35 minutes
all the time on this show.
She'll be like, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Like we don't have any topics. And I'm like, well, fine. We'll figure it out the morning of. And she's like, you know.
I like to.
And so, but she every week, like finds things to talk about. Like that was 35 minutes.
Oh, wow. I had so many more questions.
I know. But you were worried about topics.
No. Okay.
I would like to talk about something.
Let's argue about something. Because you and Noelle did the same thing. And you're like, Noelle, what are we going to...
I know. I wanted at least a piece of paper.
I know.
Even if I didn't look at it.
A piece of paper.
Okay. You guys... Okay. So this freaked me out, Andrew. Okay. When we were doing our show, doing Noelle shows on the road.
Oh, yeah. I was at
yes.
In the fall.
Andrew, open for Noelle. So we spent a lot of weekends together. And I would look at Andrew... And it would freak me out because I said to Noelle, and this was before the podcast even like was incepted.
Oh yeah.
I said, Andrew looks like Sarah.
I could see.
They have similar facial expressions. And
you get a full version of it without the headphones. Because when we both had headphones on, we do look like we're related in the sense that we have the same headphones on. But I think it's about more than that, right?
Yeah. And so now I just wanted to ask.
Should we both look at the camera maybe and just kind of...
It's just like you guys have the same blue eyes.
Do we?
Yeah. Give a smile with teeth.
Oh, do I have?
Yeah, I could see
guys
it.
kind of
our
similar.
complexion and our hair. I feel like we have the same hair color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is yours natural?
No.
Never mind then.
I mean, yes.
Are you guys related?
Oh,
What is your country of origin?
What is your country of origin?
USA originally.
Michaan has to be French.
Yeah, it is kind of weirdly French. My grandparents are from Syria and Egypt, which is weird. And they're Jewish. I don't look Jewish. But French was their first language, and that's what they spoke their whole life. Yeah.
What about you?
I have a little bit of French, but German and Irish.
Oh, Irish on my mother's side.
Okay.
Big Irish and in Spanish.
Big Irish.
Big Irish over here. Yeah. Oh, big Irish over there?
Yeah.
Okay. How tall are you? Short? Tall?
You know what? I feel like I'm average.
Am I taller than you?
No. You are not. I'm 5'4.5". I'm grazing 5'5". I could be basically 5'5" if I stand up super straight.
Right.
You're like 5'1".
No way. I'm like 5'3.5".
You're right. You're barely grazing 5'2".
No way.
I can't. Well, let's measure after this.
Okay.
It's important.
So you guys aren't related then?
Not yet.
No, but maybe there was
One day. One day.
Maybe we're distant cousins because Irish people are all related.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Oh, really?
No. But don't you feel like you talk to everyone and they're like, oh, I'm so Irish. Like,
Everyone's
shit ton of
Irish.
Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah. My last name used to be O'Phelan, so that's even more
What happened?
Irish.
You changed it?
No, I think like I don't know.
Oh,
if
not
this
your
is
last
true.
name, your family's last name.
Yes, I think when they came from Ireland, they were like, Whalen sounds more American than just saying I'm Irish. O'Phelan seems very
People
Irish. Yeah.
Okay, I have another segment.
What about
here.
Oh Sarah? That's interesting.
No.
I'll change mine into
Oh Sarah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. How come we don't see the O's of the first name? That's
know.
something there.
I know.
There should be O's there.
Yeah. What's an
That's
O'Donnell?
that's a last name. But O'Donnell could be a first
I'm
name.
trying to
Ophelia.
McDonald.
Ophelia, yeah, but Felia is not a name. I'm saying O and then a normal name.
Yeah.
I'm saying Alina.
Oh, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, Andrew. Oh, Alina. There's some good ones there.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny.
That's just like a sentence, you know?
Right. They're all sentences.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to do this segment specifically for you, Andrew, because
Oh.
your whole show is improv.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So this is our version of that. Okay. It's
I mean, your whole show's improv. Besides her writing all these crazy notes.
what do we call this? We call this
Fill in the blank. Oh.
Sarah and Alina's blanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I like it.
So you just got to give me like whatever comes to mind.
Just
when I
cruising
read
right
you
past
these.
dog etiquette, I see. Huh?
We go out of order here, especially when you have
Just
all
had to
these
bring it up.
questions.
Because I do have some dog etiquette.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I
wow.
do too.
Okay, great.
Okay, his dogs' names are the best.
I have
What
good
are
dogs' names.
Spinach.
Spinach and Bluetooth. are my-
I thought you
my two
forgot.
dogs.
Maybe.
No, I was gonna
cute.
make a joke, but
Two dogs.
Two dogs. Yeah,
Nice.
we'll get into it. They're cute. They're very cute. I wish they were here.
I wish my dog was here too.
What's your dog's name?
Archie.
Oh, very cute. Oh, my old dog was named Archie.
We must be related.
I know we are. What kind of dog?
Someone named him.
He's a Korean Jindo.
Okay, different dog. Just want to make sure it wasn't my dog.
I came, stole your dog.
It's a different one.
Okay. You ready?
Oh, am I participating?
No?
No.
Just me.
Just you.
What do I say? I fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
One word. Huh?
And like quick.
And quick. Okay. Well, move
But
this.
you
water
can
bottle.
also like you can take time to think about it just
just
in
within
case
my-
so you
right.
don't say anything like offensive, you know.
I've already said so much offensive stuff. The amount of stuff that has been cut out of this of me using slurs is absolutely insane. And I'm sorry to the editor, honestly, because you're just going to have a bin full of slurs and you're not going to know what to do with them. And
Yeah.
if you ever need like ammo against me, you can definitely release the videos.
You just have a whole clip of just
You have me
beep,
just
beep, beep,
slurring
beep, beep.
crazy.
Okay. You feel warm inside when?
Oh, I don't get to see it.
Do you want to see
I
it?
think it helps to visualize
Okay.
it.
So do I read it out loud?
I don't know yet.
Read it.
I'm just buying time here.
You feel warm inside when?
Someone expresses wanting to hang out with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's like when you get a text from a friend who's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, let's do something." That always feels nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. You love when people blank.
Love.
You love when people
I love when people love.
Okay.
It's simple.
You're most scared of blank.
Death, probably. It's kind of a constant thought because we're getting
classic.
old. We're getting
Yeah.
old, and it doesn't seem chill.
Do you think about it all the time?
Pretty much.
What?
Yeah.
Me too.
At least every day.
What?
It's so
Yeah.
funny that you say that because my podcast co-host Cole also is like, "Oh, I never think about
I
that
think
at
about
all."
it every day.
I think about it every day too.
Like your own death?
Yeah, I just think
Or
like
people in my life.
Yeah, people in my life or my own, or just like all of life just feels so surreal, I guess, in a way. And then the idea that it just ends and that's it. I don't know. It just feels it's dark.
Yeah. At any moment.
I think it's hard not to think about.
And then also when you see like random
random
person is driving and some crane falls on them and it's like kills 3
I
people.
know.
I'm like
Yeah.
that. I just
Yeah, I don't like fear for like situations where I'm not like, oh my God, am I gonna get die in a car crash today? It's not like that, but it's just like
Me.
the idea that like that is, I don't know, it
Possible?
feels, or just even that the idea that like that is coming and it feels so unknowable and scary, and I don't know, and then it just is very like, I think the pandemic also was quite like a existential time of just like what's important in your life and how you want to spend your energy and thinking about that, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're the same, I think. Yeah.
You don't think
Sarah's
No
just
death for me. Just living my life.
like, do you never think about it at all?
Does it inform how you do things?
Exactly.
No.
Really?
No.
Like, you don't think like, oh, I should do this because I mean, why, like, I don't know, life's short. Like, you don't think about that?
Oh, no. I mean, like, I've done a lot. I like to say I'm adventurous. I'm not outdoorsy. So like, I've jumped out of airplanes. Like, I'll do near death experience things. You know what I won't do? Motorcycles.
Yeah,
that's asking for death.
Yeah, it is.
That's asking for
as
death.
people who think about death. I will
Especially
never.
in LA.
Yeah.
LA, I mean, I would say 95% chance you're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'll jump
why are
out of a
people doing
plane.
it? Why are
Well,
people
because
doing
100% chance it's going to be really fun to ride
Yeah.
before that moment.
it? Yeah.
It is annoying. Like,
But do it on
they
a
are fun.
track. Like, do it anywhere else besides LA
A
track.
I don't think.
Like, get your motorcycle and like ride it around on your cul-de-sac. Okay, sounds fun. Do not do it on the freeway.
I had a scooter in college that was like it had a motorcycle size engine. I did take it on the freeway and stuff. And I'm
You
like,
were asking for death.
I know. Looking back, I'm like, Jesus, that was so stupid. You know, I'm 20 years old. It's like
I didn't think about death then.
No, not to the same degree, or maybe not at all. Yeah, things have
Did you
changed.
guys have razor scooters?
Oh yeah.
Of course. Oh,
Fun fact about me. I got the knockoff version.
Oh yeah. Which one was it?
was
It
it
was the
called?
Diablo.
I've seen those. Yeah. There's a lot.
think
There was a
that's
lot of
what it's
knockoffs.
done.
Yeah.
It was a while though. There was a couple years where Razor was the only game in town.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like it took a while for people to come in. I think before the internet in general, knockoffs were not as popular. Like
Yeah.
I think now it's so ubiquitous because everyone can just make it and sell it directly. But I think it was harder to get knocked off.
You know what else I feel like isn't talked about enough?
Tell me.
How fucking amazing it feels
Yeah.
to rollerblade, scooter, anything with wheels
Bicycle.
in your garage on smooth cement.
Oh, yeah, it's smooth, yeah.
It's an amazing.
That is nice.
You don't get any distance.
No,
you
no
just go around in
distance.
circles. But I would rather scooter in my
Yeah.
garage for 10 hours
Smooth, yeah.
and go out on the road.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what skate parks are. They're smooth, you know.
Are they?
Yeah, that's why it's skate park. I used to skateboard a lot, and the cement is smooth, and it's really good.
So it's just like,
It's nice.
just like your
It's like your
garage.
garage.
oh my gosh, I gotta go.
You gotta go.
I used to love to hit bumps though on the Razor because you could you jump.
No.
Oh.
See, I wasn't living like
She's more of a garage. The door closed. Get car on.
Yeah.
Gas fumes in the
Yeah.
garage. She's more that vibe.
No external factors.
I always loved razoring to the beach as a kid. It was so fun.
Okay, you lie most when blank.
It's convenient.
It's good. It's embarrassing when blank.
You're confronted with your own humanity.
Like farting.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what I meant.
People who sleep well are blank.
Of sound mind.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel most alone when
No one's around.
there's no right answer to blank.
The wrong question. I don't know. Look, it sounds deep. It's not.
These are
It's not
so
deep.
deep.
It's not deep. It's just, it is what it is.
I fall in love when blank.
It's 3 p.m. That's the time. Look, I'm just going quick. That's the time.
That's the point.
time
You
to fall in
gotta go
love.
quick.
You gotta go quick.
It's sus when blank.
TFW. It's sus when that face went, or I don't know, whatever, the internet thing. That feeling when, I don't know.
I see. You were always fooled by blank.
Pass. You do one. It's hard.
Well, fooled by.
No, I'm just saying you do the next one.
Oh,
It's hard. You see. It's difficult.
Sleeping is not okay when blank.
It's light out.
Okay.
Okay.
And we'll do the same time. And if we are related, we will say the same.
That's true.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
Last
okay,
two.
okay,
Last
okay,
two.
okay.
You get nervous when blank.
You don't
We
have
don't have
topics.
Yeah. We have toppings on the pizza. We don't have toppings. It's cheese only.
You think about time travel when
All
All
the time.
travel.
okay.
That was fun.
I like
Those are
that. I
good.
like that.
That's a good. Is that the first time that's happened here?
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
it.
I thought you'd be great for it.
You know, when you said sus, I was thinking, you know how I don't understand like internet lingo?
Yeah.
There's something that's come up that I don't understand that I wanted to ask you
Let's
about.
do it.
It's letters And it's like ILKY.
You know.
If you know, you know, which is funny that you didn't know.
Damn it.
Yeah, IYK.
I thought it was something about like liking or loving something. If you know, you know.
Do you know, this is not even internet, but you know LYLAS?
I don't.
Love you like a sister?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a good one. Lilas. Yeah, that's one for you. It's like a thing girls would write on each other's yearbooks and stuff.
Yeah.
Be like a sister.
Yeah.
Well, what was the
one.
other one? Hags.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, have a great summer.
Have a great summer.
God, guys always wrote hags. I'm like, get your shit together.
What do you mean?
Write me a fucking paragraph, bitch.
Oh, they would just write like hags. Oh, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny hags.
Oh, Johnny. Hags.
That was such a weird concept getting your
I
yearbook
love
signed.
It's kind of
yearbook
interesting.
signed.
I think it's cool.
I love it. I still go through.
And in a way, our Instagrams are like our digital yearbook.
Yeah,
I know.
In the comments,
Yeah, every time you post. I remember people would always say such nice things in there. I'm like, you were not a nice person the whole time. But
Wait,
you're
you
saying,
had people that were nice to you sign your yearbook?
Yeah, I needed
What?
signatures.
Aleena.
I was all about like however the most I could get.
What?
Damn, you're collecting
You're
them.
just trying to get people to sign your yearbook?
It was like cool.
I hear you. You know what would be kind of cool now? It'd be interesting to kind of do yearbooks as an adult, like for your friend group.
Yeah.
Like you kind of make a yearbook every year and you distribute it to your friends and then you sign it. It could be
Yeah.
interesting. Something there.
I like it.
There's something
Yeah.
there.
Shall we talk about pet etiquette?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a story.
Petiquette.
Petiquette. That was great.
No.
So I
Yeah.
was somewhere walking Ollie.
Oh, brother. Don't tell me a guy is about to take your order. Because I can't handle all the aggressive men in your life who are just coming at you with orders ready to be taken.
Can I get you something?
Ollie's about to take.
It's so thirsty.
It wasn't that. It was his. It wasn't flirtatious. It was like, I know you like to kill people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ollie's like sniffing around. It's hard to get him to poop in places he's not familiar with.
Yeah.
We were in a different city. And he's going in to take a poo. And this lady walks up with her puppy. And I'm like, okay, you clearly see what's going on here. You just back it up. Yeah. She comes over. Ollie's like in his Roadrunner stance, like taking shit. And she's like, can my puppy say hi?
That's crazy.
Like, I said no, and then she proceeded to have the puppy come up anyway.
Yeah.
How long does Ollie's poops take? What, 10, 15 seconds?
No, he's squeezing and he waddles in the same position all through the grass.
I've seen Alex out there with Ollie waiting for him to poop.
Yeah.
You're right. He does take his time.
And then he's got to wipe, and it's a whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
He does actually wipe. You know he wipes.
No. Oh, he really does on the ground?
Well, no, they wipe him.
Oh,
and we
really?
wipe it with a wipe.
Oh, I was kidding, but
I was like, oh, he knows.
no, I didn't know. I was making a joke, and you guys didn't laugh uproariously, so I was confused. And now I see that is your real life.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We wipe because, we take our shoes off, so we're like,
Yeah,
take his shoes off.
That's cool.
Wipe it all.
Hey, I'm
And
interested in this.
Sometimes there is.
Maybe I should
streaks.
start. You have
There are
you bring wet wipes?
There are
Have
wipes.
you talked about this publicly?
I
don't think so.
This is cool. I like
You
it.
may have mentioned, maybe it's just personally, you've told me you do.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they mentioned it once.
I like
before.
that.
sometimes you wipe though, and there's poo
stuff
on
on
their
there,
butt,
yeah.
and you're like, that would have been on my stuff
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I started wiping my cat's ass.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Interesting.
There's some stuff there sometimes.
And they're down. They don't.
And there's all the fur and stuff there too. So
I'm just curious. Had you done this? Did you think of this yourself, or did someone tell you about
I
it?
did it myself.
So you it's your own thing.
Yeah.
Maybe leave a comment and let us know if you do that. You know,
Yeah.
because that's interesting. I'm curious.
I don't wipe my dog's butt, everyone. I keep it poopy.
That to me means that you don't wipe a normal amount when you go poo.
Those two things do correlate. I also don't wipe.
You don't wipe till it's clear.
Never. I never wipe.
She never
I
wipes.
just, I don't like, I'm saving the world. I don't
She's
use
saving
toilet
the
paper.
world.
No.
Yeah.
Do you wipe just a set amount every time, or do you wipe till it's clean?
I wipe till it's clean. I'm not a psychopath.
Well, then why don't you wipe your dog's butt?
Listen, my dog has been traumatized. Something's going on. Archie's traumatized.
Ollie's traumatized. He's a rescue. He's scared all the time.
No, Archie has come directly from a meat market in Korea. No one can get
My
close
friend
to
has
his
a dog like
tuchus.
that.
Yeah.
Did you get it recently?
During COVID.
My friend maybe got one of the same dogs. Is it the same? I wonder if it's the same company.
The Dove Project?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
100%.
We got him as a 1-year-old, so he had been in that situation for so long, so it's harder to find people that adopt them, because we thought maybe 2 years of having him, he would be, I wouldn't say normal, but feel comfortable with us. He still doesn't even really feel comfortable with us.
Yeah. My friend's dog has some issues.
Yeah. So I'm not going to wipe his butt. He thinks he's being attacked.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's just being a good parent.
No, I think.
But also, he has a great pooping style. When he poops, there's no shit all over his butt.
Does he have an uptail? Do you see?
He has an uptail.
So, but if you saw poo there one day,
I would have Corbin do it.
You would, but do you scan his butthole every now and then?
Yeah, I check it out, make sure it looks good.
I have wiped before, but only in certain situations.
Okay.
And it wasn't like I was ready. I had to go home and deal with it in the sink and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it has happened, but I wouldn't say.
I'd probably put him in the tub. Yeah. I wouldn't maybe wipe. I'd just be like, let's just hose him.
Yeah, I do a little sink action. Okay, so this woman's coming up to you.
Yeah, that was basically it. And I just feel like there's just basic etiquette. Like
she shouldn't have done that.
You don't.
Yeah, people are crazy.
You don't. If I'm taking a shit, you don't go, hey, do you want to meet my cousin? Like, I'm taking a shit. Like, I don't want to talk to you. So that was just like a big pet peeve for me. And I said no. And then I pulled Ollie away and I was like, he's trying to take a poop.
You said that?
Yeah.
And what'd she say?
She was like, I'm sorry. He just has so much energy. I'm like, get his energy out somewhere else.
Not your problem.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah. I mean, not specifically the same story, but I think I will say that people generally don't have any sense of etiquette around your dog, especially when they own dogs. Like they just walk up with their dog and it's like, you don't know what my dog's about. Like, I don't want my dog to meet your dog. Like, I'm on this walk to let my dogs go to the bathroom. And I mean, trainers will tell you, like, do not let your dogs meet other dogs on leash. Cause like when they're on their leash, like that's when they're supposed to be listening to you and like doing what they're supposed to do. It's not playtime. Like, but people just are like, oh, you have a dog, I have a dog. They need to interact. And it's like, I don't like talk and like,
also, I don't know where your dog's been.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wipe my dog's asshole.
Yeah. I treat my dog like crazy, like really, really pampered. And also like something I found in life, and this is just a me thing, is going back to all the questions you had. Because my podcast is like interviewing strangers on the street, I find that I have much less patience for having like small talk with strangers now. Like I'm just not interested because it's like my job now. So I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to. So when people are like coming up to me about my dogs, like, oh my God, your dog is so cute, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I just don't want to talk to you. I just want to, I'm doing this to like, I'm usually listening to something.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my thing. So I do have a couple things I've said a couple times to get out of those interactions.
What are they?
Okay. Number one is, I've done this like once. They were like, oh my God, your dogs are so cute. What are their names? And I said, Trump, both named Trump. And that ended that. And they were so weirded out.
Genius.
I did it a couple times and they were like, what the hell? And so that was pretty good. And then another one, this is a good one you can use, is they go, oh my God, your dogs are so cute. You go, thanks, they're for sale. And then that is really weird too, because they don't know what to say to that. So both of those will get you out.
Yeah.
If you need to get out of a conversation.
Dang.
I'm sure also as like a pretty woman, you guys, I'm sure men are like, are there weird conversations like when you have your dog or people are like trying to like flirt with you or anything? Does it ever happen to you?
I've said this. I don't feel like I really have ever been flirted with.
Sarah's just never been hit on.
You've never been flirted with.
I feel like no one's flirting with me. Like, I feel like not enough, like maybe I should get out there.
So you want to get flirted more.
Yeah. I mean, at this age as an elderly, like.
I did have someone do something like kind of like hitting on me. And I was like,
you always get hit on.
No, I don't. It doesn't happen very often. I don't leave the house.
Interesting.
And I definitely don't give off those vibes.
Sure.
So when it happens, I remember I got in the car. I told them all I was so proud of myself. But you definitely
What happened? Did someone say like, what's your order? And you thought they were hitting on you?
No.
You just read different things to it depending on how hot they are.
Serial killer, but definitely hitting on me.
Hitting on me.
No, he just like, I was walking past him and he like ran in front of me to go get the door to Starbucks for me.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, oh, that's really nice. And then like, and then I like was like, do I order first? Cause like, kind of let me in, So then I ordered my drink and I definitely was like, I didn't want to like start a conversation. So I didn't I just said, thank you. And then when I got my drink, his wasn't ready yet. So I walked over to the door. He ran again from where he was to go get the door for me. And he was like, I got you. And then like, it wasn't like creepy or anything. It was just nice. I was just like, dang.
I get it if someone's in front of you.
Yeah.
Or, you're very close, but to sprint over.
I know. Nice. It was nice. It was nice. I told my best friend, she was like, was he under 70? That's the only rule I have. And I was like, yeah, he he was our age.
Oh, he was your age. Oh, wow.
Younger. It's hard to tell, like how old people are.
I agree. I think everyone's the same age.
Yeah.
Except high schoolers. That's the only difference I can tell.
I think you do get hit on. You just don't realize
that could be the case. Even that happens to me sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll be in a situation and then someone will walk away and my friend will be like, that person is totally hitting on you. And I'm like, really? I did not pick up on that at all.
Maybe I'm not reading the situation.
Yeah, maybe we're both, because we're related, we both are missing that gene where we can tell.
Or like, do you ever, when people talk to you, just assume that they're just talking to you?
Maybe your intentions are so pure that you don't think that other people have ill intentions. Or not ill, but less pure.
I don't feel like I'm talking to enough people now that I think about it.
Well, you don't leave the house past 6 p.m.
That's true. It's dark. It's time for bed.
Yeah.
Early bird special. Yeah, I don't know. I think that maybe I'll get out there more and see if people hit on me.
Yeah, walk your dog a little more. See if it starts
I walk my dog a lot. But I don't really have any type of dog.
What are you wearing when you walk your dog?
Right.
Like my cutest ensembles.
Yeah.
The Harry Potter shirt you've worn for a week straight.
Yeah. I'm not taking this off. I'm coming over next week with this on. So, no workout stuff.
Okay. So, but workout stuff is very like, I got somewhere to be. Like no one's gonna hit on you.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be a woman.
I don't think people really talk to each other anymore. Like no one's like talking to each other, right? Unless
maybe a little bit.
People hit on each other.
People hit on people, I
See,
think.
this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe I'm just not getting hit on.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know, like, I think I'm also like, I don't know the etiquette of like, I don't know. I'm single. I don't ever meet people in public because I just I never want to like misunderstand someone's intentions and like dating apps, as stupid as they are, it's like you're all having the same intentions, which is like really nice. Like the other day I was like at a pet store and I was buying pet food for my dog. And
which one? Just one of them?
Just one of them. Okay. Just one of the dogs. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Both my dogs. Good question. I was just buying some treats or something. And this like cute woman, like 100% was hitting on me. She was like, stopped me as I was walking. She's like, wow, yeah, I really like your shoes. And I was like, oh, thanks. I was like, your shoes are nice too. And she's like, thank you. And she was like buying cat food. I was like, oh, I used to buy that cat food because I used to have a cat. And she's like, oh yeah, I have 4 cats, which is a red flag. But either way, she was like 100% hitting on me. But I'm like on my way out the store. She's in the middle of an interaction with the cashier. And I'm like, okay, so my options are, I'm like, oh, hey, can I get your number? Yeah, or I like wait outside for her to leave. Like both just felt so creepy where it's like, it definitely seemed like she was hitting on me, but like on the off chance she wasn't, I'm like, I don't want to like get in some weird interaction and like, I don't know anything about this person. She was cute, but whatever. So I just left, you know, and it's like, I obviously haven't seen her since, but it's just like, I think it's just hard to like know how to read those situations right. You know? And I would, and I think men who do hit on women in public do not care at all about batting like, 0%. You know what I mean? They're just like, I'll hit on every person. And if one person out of 1,000 says yes, but I would never want to be. Yeah. I wouldn't want to make someone feel uncomfortable, like in a public way. Cause it's like, she's at the store shopping, you know?
I know.
It's hard. But then I also recognize that maybe there are certain women who are like, oh, I want people to like, if I'm hitting on them, to show affection back. But I don't know. It just feels weird.
It is hard to tell these days.
Yeah. That's why dating apps are like a sticker that's like, hey, I'm allowed to be hit on or something. You know?
I used to say people should like wear stickers like, hey, I'm Sarah. You can hit on me.
Totally. Yeah. Like, yeah. I like that.
Like give a little about myself.
My tits are right here.
Yeah.
Arrows to their tits.
If anyone sees Sarah in public, please hit on her.
Yeah, you guys.
But like make it really overt because she clearly does not pick up on it otherwise.
She needs it to be very labeled. Yeah.
Tell me you like my shoes, okay?
Yeah, that works.
No, you wouldn't even think anything of that if someone told you.
I do have good shoes.
You might, but I feel like that is what they're trying to do, is flirt with you.
Yeah.
Guys don't give a shit about your shoes.
That's true.
They care about your soul.
Yeah.
They do, don't they?
Okay, you wanted to talk about hummingbirds.
Oh, yeah. Let me just quickly brief you on the saga that has been happening with hummingbirds in my life.
Ooh.
Has anyone in this room had a hummingbird feeder?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Growing up.
Okay. Something is going down. We have a hummingbird feeder at my parents' house, okay? There's one fucking bully ass hummingbird that sits on the top of the hummingbird feeder or hides in this lemon tree. Okay? It sits in 2 spots. If
hummingbirds don't hide.
They're it does.
Fluttering.
No. This motherfucker hides in a tree. If any other hummingbird comes, it attacks. It dive bombs. I have watched hummingbirds attack each other for, I'm going to guess 5 to 6 hours at this point. I was
trying that 2 weeks ago I had said that no one's talking about hummingbirds anymore.
Really?
I felt like hummingbirds were talked about a lot when I was younger. Yeah. And I feel like no one is talking about hummingbirds.
You're right about that.
It back.
You're right about
no one is talking about how like rare it is to see them. I see them all the time, but no one is talking about it.
I booked an Airbnb this weekend. Name of the Airbnb? Hummingbird Cottage. I booked it last night.
Wow.
It's all connected. It's all connected.
Do you feel like are they like going extinct? Are they less around?
I don't know.
Maybe people care less.
Maybe people are less mystified by the natural world, which is sad because hummingbirds are beautiful. They stay in one spot. That's cool. They're like a helicopter.
Well, and every time I feel like you saw them, like someone, like the teacher or your parents or someone would tell you like, oh, it's so rare to like see a hummingbird because they move so fast and this is how fast they flap their wings and whatever. No one is spitting out those hummingbird facts.
Oh, I'm just curious, like, is this typical hummingbird behavior? Is there always one alpha hummingbird? Like, this guy thinks he's fucking badass.
What if it's not a hummingbird though? I feel like it's not.
You don't think she knows what a hummingbird is?
You don't know what I think of a hummingbird. What?
No, because
Come on.
Hiding in a lemon tree? That doesn't seem like hummingbird behavior.
That's what I'm telling you. It has been so insane to watch this process. This hummingbird
Why don't you film it?
It's hard to get them. They're fucking fast. And then I was like, who really wants to see these hummingbirds attacking each other? So who really wants to hear about it? But what I'm asking about is this typical? Is there always one alpha hummingbird? And is it always dive bombing and not letting any other hummingbirds get to the feeder?
What's in the feeder? I want to attack. Water?
It's sugar water.
That's gonna kill them.
No, they love it.
That's what that's what you put in hummingbird feeders.
It makes them flap.
You don't know about
You do it. Yeah.
Imagine if we drink sugar water.
I do.
It's important for them. They need it.
Hummingbird. It's like Gatorade.
Yeah, it's basically Gatorade. Yeah.
Lemon lime.
Yeah, it's lemon lime. No, you get like the powder, right? And then you put it in the water. Yeah, we know. Yeah. I used to have a hummingbird feeder.
Listen, I think the natural.
You guys have wind chimes too?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I still do.
The natural world is not pretty. I think that's what it comes down to. There is a lot of aggression, and there are certain animals that are bullies to the other ones, and that's just how it goes.
Hummingbirds were nicer critters.
I don't know.
To
this
their
one
own kind, at least.
So he's. I mean, to be honest, it's your fault in a way, right? Because it's all around the feeder.
I want to attack the alpha.
It's feeder aggression, though, right? You guys are causing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're
trying to give them water.
I know, but you're disrupting the natural world. You're creating a stockpile.
What if every hummingbird feeder, only one hummingbird is
That's what I want to know.
Is alpha.
Are other people experiencing this type of behavior?
And all the other hummingbirds need to go find another feeder.
One bird, one feeder.
Because no one actually knows if, like, because you're staring at it.
I'm staring at it.
But, like, I would just assume, it's a new hummingbird.
No.
Because they all look the same. They don't have...
I know what the alpha looks like.
They're moving so fast. How do you even see
He's covered in lemon tree bark.
This motherfucker chills at the top. Okay, he chills at the top. And then I see...
If it's different?
Aleena,
what if he's a different one?
It's not.
He knows.
I have been monitoring. I'm like a fucking National Geographic photographer at this point. I have been monitoring this alpha for weeks.
But they have the same coat. Feathers.
They are different weights. This guy is red and green specifically.
Oh.
I know him by heart, and he has a sitting point, and I see him in the fucking lemon tree. Okay. And he waits and waits.
Well, I think this is.
I'm going to get it on camera. No, I'm going to get it on camera.
You need to get it on camera. But I think every hummingbird feeder has one hummingbird. I think no one is paying enough attention to the hummingbirds that they have found out.
No, they have multiple.
No, there's like probably 7 or 8 that are trying to get to this hummingbird feeder.
No, but maybe every hummingbird feeder is specific to every person.
Just going to cut this right off right immediately. Got multiple photos of multiple hummingbirds at one feeder. Just going to end this train of thought right there.
Thank you, Alex.
Actually, the feeder itself has multiple spouts. That's how they're built.
Yeah, so they can all share the water.
They can all share. Oh. Dude, what if their wings, because they're flapping so hard, hit each other and it's like a crash? What if they crash? Have you ever seen birds crash?
No, I would like to, though.
Interesting idea, because if planes crash, do birds crash?
Yeah, hitting each other.
A crash. Interesting.
Sometimes it feels like they're going to, and then they...
Yeah, but they know.
I know.
They are very intuitive.
They're so smart.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm getting it on camera. I'm going to show everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that concludes our episode.
This was really fun. I have a story, but...
Tell us.
No.
Please tell us.
I can't. I can't.
You have to tell us.
No, it's a story related to the animal kingdom. It's actually a joke I've been doing on stage, which is why I'm I don't want to.
Then
but no, I don't care. It's just that This is a joke that I've been doing in stand-up. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna expect you guys to laugh uproariously.
Everyone better laugh.
I'm not expecting you guys to go as crazy as the crowds go. But so basically, I was talking to a different ex-girlfriend who I also really miss. This was like 6 months ago. I'm kidding. And I was talking about sea otters, and I referenced what I thought was the fact that sea otters suck their own penises.
They do?
Well, I will get into that.
Stop heckling.
No, yeah, you're heckling me right now. No, I'm not going to do the whole joke. But anyway, I was like, yeah, they suck their own penises. Like, we all know this is a fact. Everyone's seen this. And she's like, I don't think that's true at all. I'm like, no, it definitely is. So then I searched Google I used to live in Oregon, right? I lived in Portland, Oregon for a long time. I would go to the Oregon Zoo. Without fail, every time I'd go to the Oregon Zoo, there'd be a sea otter sucking its own penis every single time. Wow. It was really funny to watch, not in like a creepy way, but like, you'd watch like kids like staring at this, like, what's that one doing? And the parents would walk over and the kid would be like, Mommy, what's he doing? And the mom would be like, oh, he's just, actually let's go check out the polar bears. Like, let's not get into this at all. Like, it was very funny to watch this kind of interaction. And without fail, every time the sea otter was sucking its own penis. So I'm like, this is a thing that sea otters do. Everyone knows about this. She didn't believe me. So I searched Google. I searched like sea otter self-pleasuring. I found a video on YouTube. It had like 70,000 views. Not all me. That's part of the stand-up joke. Anyway, and then I watch it. It's exactly how I remember it. It's a sea otter. It's going to town on its own penis. I'm like totally vindicated in this moment. I'm like, this is what sea otters do. Yeah. Everyone knows this is typical of the species.
Is it going like on the side?
No, it's like bending straight over,
down?
Straight down. Because they're really, because they can like eat off their stomach,
Yeah.
So, but
they're so cute.
It looks like they're eating off their stomach, and that's why it's confusing at first. And then you're like, no, it's definitely sucking its own penis.
Do you think?
I'm watching it happen right now.
Yeah, he's watching it happen right now.
Alex,
okay. So
he's sucking his penis.
Yeah, so I don't know if this. Okay, so the way my story goes is that I was like totally vindicated. I'm like, this is what sea otters do. Then I read the description for the video. I don't know if it's the exact same video. He's now laughing at it right now.
This is the Portland, Oregon.
Yeah. So that's my punchline. No, but the description said filmed at the Oregon Zoo, and my mind is like blown at this moment because I'm like, this is not sea otter behavior at all.
No.
As you said, it's just one hummingbird. In this case, just one sea otter. That's just a total fucking pervert. And it just so happens to be the only sea otter I personally know.
Oh my God.
I made a total logical fallacy here. I wasn't joking. I really thought this is what they did.
You can't stereotype animals.
Exactly.
I know.
It's just one pervert. And I was like totally like, oh my God. But truly every time I would go. And then I searched Google, like, I'm not the only one that notices, right? So I searched like, Oregon Zoo otter or whatever. And there's like a news article on like the real Oregonian, like the real newspaper of Oregon. And he did die, unfortunately. Sorry, everyone. He's dead. But he lived a long, pleasurable life. His name was Eddie. So the headline of the article said, you're reading it right now. Oregon Zoo. I'm totally getting fact checked here. It is totally true. It says Oregon Zoo otter Eddie, known for slam dunking and self-pleasuring, dies at age 20. Word for word, right?
Do you think he just like ate a meal once? And
I don't know. It went in his mouth.
And he was just like,
God.
oh, my spaghetti meatballs fell a little further. I better go down there to clean it up.
Down there. I mean, he's really into it. And every time, and like I recently went to Portland and did some shows. And I realized when I was in the middle of telling that joke, I was like, oh, I'm in Oregon. And people were like clapping, like, yep, I remember this. Like, it's a thing. Like, people remember this otter always sucking its own dick.
Oh my God.
And I'm not like I'm not a sexual comedian. I don't talk about like gross stuff on stage, but it just, the situation was so funny that I thought it was a real thing and it was just one. So maybe not all hummingbirds are aggressive, but you've just somehow found one. And you can't ascribe the whole.
So you got to put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm putting it out to the people.
Sarah's going to use YouTube.
Yeah.
For the hummingbird.
Finally.
I know. Okay, I'll use YouTube. I almost just said I'll Google it. I use it interchangeably.
Oh my God, Eddie.
Eddie. Poor Eddie. He had a nice life. So.
Alex is losing it.
I know. He's so red.
Well, it was so cool because he was just backing it. He was looking up everything as I was telling it and fully backing me up.
Usually you have to do the opposite. Yeah. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And he sucks his own dick. I'm watching him do it.
I've never even seen an otter's dick.
Not until now. Neither have I.
No.
I feel like it's just all stomach.
No, there's a dick down there.
Tail.
No, that dick comes out.
It does. Looks kind of like a red rocket out.
Yeah, it's a little
dog.
Dog style.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not pleasant. This was so fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast.
We have so many more topics, guys.
We got into it all. Can I plug some stuff before I leave?
Yeah.
God, yeah.
And we talked about my podcast. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Podcast But Outside. I appreciate it. YouTube and podcast apps. But also we're going on tour. So we have a live show that's like even more fun than our we have our intern leaving the venue, goes live on Instagram, finds strangers around the street, brings them inside the venue to be interviewed. It's very fun and crazy. And our live show is like the best thing we do. And you don't have to know anything about our show to enjoy the live show. It's just a very fun human experience. And we're going to be all over. Going to like Toronto, Orlando, Boston, New York, Chicago, and LA and Honolulu in September, and then October and November. Yeah. So starting late September, go check him out. And then I'm Andrew Michaan on Instagram and Twitter. Sometimes I post stuff.
Confirm he's funny in person.
Sometimes I post stuff. Thank you. This is so fun. You guys are awesome to talk to. It was really a blast.
Thanks.
And I'm really happy to be part of your show.
Thank you.